What if one day you needed help, but no one was there to answer your call? It's a harsh reality. Millions of older adults live alone, and while some enjoy their independence, many face hidden risks. Right now, over 27% of seniors live alone, often struggling with safety concerns, unexpected emergencies, and deep loneliness. The question is, how can you stay safe and secure when no one is around? If you or someone you love is aging alone, these 5 powerful steps can make all the difference. The next few minutes could change how you think about living independently, so stick around. Meet Walter, a 75-year-old retired carpenter who has lived alone since his wife passed away. He takes pride in his independence, cooking his own meals, tending to his small garden, and fixing things around the house. But lately, nagging concerns creep into his mind. What if he falls and no one is there to help? What if a scammer targets him? What if days pass before anyone notices if something happens? Walter's story is more common than you think. Walter took steps to protect himself, steps that every senior should consider. Today, we'll share 5 essential ways to stay safe while living alone. Before we dive in, take a moment to support this channel by hitting the like button. It helps more people find this important information. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for more life-changing advice to help you thrive after 60. Now let's get started. Living alone offers freedom, but it also comes with hidden risks that many don't consider until it's too late. For seniors, one unexpected event can change everything. Let's talk about the biggest dangers and how to avoid them. 1. Health emergencies, when every second counts. Imagine this. Walter wakes up feeling dizzy. He brushes it off, assuming it's nothing. Hours later, his speech slurs and he struggles to reach his phone. This is how strokes happen. Quick, silent, and often deadly if help doesn't arrive in time. Falls are another major threat. 1 in 4 seniors falls each year, and when living alone, even a minor accident can turn into a life-threatening situation. A broken hip, a head injury. Without immediate assistance, recovery becomes much harder. And then there are sudden illnesses, heart attacks, infections, or low blood sugar episodes. Without someone around to notice the warning signs, small health issues can escalate into serious medical emergencies. Two, security threats. Seniors are prime targets. Walter once got a phone call from someone claiming to be his bank, warning him about fraudulent activity. They asked for his personal details, but he recognized the scam and hung up. Many seniors, however, fall victim to these schemes, losing thousands of dollars in the process. Scammers target older adults with fake IRS calls, urgent messages from relatives, and fraudulent emails. And beyond financial scams, home security is another major concern. Criminals often see seniors as easy targets, especially those who live alone. A weak lock, a dark house at night, or an open window can be an invitation for danger. Without proper precautions, the risks increase significantly. The emotional impact, loneliness, can be just as dangerous. There's another silent threat that isn't talked about enough: isolation. Walter used to have dinner with his wife every evening, sharing stories about their day. Now the house is quiet. He goes days without speaking to anyone. At first he thought he was just adjusting, but soon he felt tired, unmotivated, and even forgetful. This isn't just sadness. It's a real health risk. Studies show that chronic loneliness increases the chances of depression, heart disease, and even dementia. The brain needs social engagement, just like the body needs exercise. Why you need to take action now. Too many seniors wait until a crisis happens before making changes, but by then, it's often too late. A single fall, a single scam, or a single silent stroke can change everything. The good news? There are simple, practical steps to protect yourself while maintaining independence. Walter made these changes, and so can you. Up next, we'll go through 5 essential ways to stay safe while living alone. Number 1, set up a daily check-in system, a simple routine that can save your life. One of the biggest dangers of living alone is suffering a medical emergency with no one around to help. A stroke, a fall, or even a minor accident can turn into a crisis if hours or even days pass before someone notices. That's why having a daily check-in system is essential. Walter, a 75-year-old retired carpenter, values his independence. But after hearing stories of seniors who were found too late after a fall, he knew he needed a safety net, so he made a simple change. Every morning, he sends a quick text to his neighbour Joe. It's nothing complicated, just a simple "good morning" or "all good here." If Joe doesn't hear from him by a certain time, he knows to check in. This tiny habit gives Walter peace of mind, knowing that if something goes wrong, help won't be far away. And it's not just about health emergencies. A check-in system can also help prevent scams and security threats. If Walter ever gets a suspicious phone call or someone knocks on his door claiming to be from a utility company, he runs it by Joe first. Having a second opinion can stop a mistake before it happens. A daily check-in doesn't have to be complicated. Here are some easy ways to make it work. Find a check-in partner. This could be a neighbour, friend or family member. Choose someone who will notice if they don't hear from you. Use technology. If texting isn't your thing, consider an automatic check-in app that sends alerts if you don't respond. There are also smart home devices that can detect movement or lack of it and notify emergency contacts. Stick to a schedule, whether it's a morning phone call, a text before bed, or a quick wave from the porch. Having a routine ensures someone is always aware of your well-being. The beauty of a check-in system is that it doesn't require major changes to your lifestyle, it just adds a layer of security. You don't have to give up your independence or move in with family to stay safe. Just knowing that someone is looking out for you can make all the difference. And here's the thing, this isn't just for seniors living alone. Even younger adults can benefit from a check-in system, especially those with health conditions or living in remote areas. It's a simple step that can save lives. What about you? Do you have a check-in plan in place? If not, now's the time to start. Tell us in the comments. How do you stay connected and safe while living alone? Your ideas might help someone else who's watching. Coming up next, a home safety upgrade that can prevent the most common household dangers. Stay tuned. Emergency readiness, a plan, could save your life. No one expects an emergency. But when you live alone, being unprepared can turn a small problem into a life-threatening situation. Imagine this. Walter is making his morning coffee when he suddenly feels lightheaded. Before he can reach his phone, he collapses. Without a plan in place, how long would it take for someone to notice? Emergencies happen fast. A stroke, heart attack or fall can make it impossible to call for help. That's why having an emergency plan isn't just a good idea, it's a lifesaver. Step 1. Keep emergency contacts accessible. Time is critical in an emergency, so it's important to have essential numbers where you can reach them instantly. Here's how Walter stays prepared. A list of emergency contacts. Walter keeps a written list of his doctor, close family members, and trusted neighbours near his phone. In a crisis, it's easy to find. ICE, in case of emergency, contacts in his phone. His contacts are labelled with ICE so emergency responders can find them quickly. A visible emergency contact sheet. On his fridge, Walter has a large print emergency info sheet with his medications, allergies and health conditions. If paramedics arrive, they'll know exactly what they need. Pro tip. If you have a smartphone, set up emergency contacts in your settings. Many phones allow emergency calls even when locked. Step 2. Use a medical alert device, instant help at the press of a button. Phones are useful, but what if you can't reach yours when you need it most? That's why Walter wears a simple emergency pendant. One press of the button and help is on the way. No fumbling for a phone, no dialing numbers, just immediate access to emergency services or a designated contact. Why medical alert devices are game changers? They work even if you fall and can't get up. Many models detect falls automatically and call for help. They provide peace of mind. You're never truly alone when help is just a button away. They're lightweight and discreet. Walter's pendant looks just like a regular necklace. No one even notices it. There are plenty of options, from wristbands to devices that clip onto clothing. Some even have GPS tracking for seniors who still drive or go for walks alone. If you're worried about affordability, check with local senior organizations. Many areas offer free or low-cost medical alert programs. Step 3. Create an emergency escape plan. Emergencies aren't just medical. They can also be fires, gas leaks, or even break-ins. Walter has a simple escape plan for every room in his house. If the kitchen catches fire, he knows his best exit route. If someone suspicious knocks on his door, he doesn't open it. He calls a trusted neighbor first. A few essential safety tips. Keep a flashlight by your bed in case of a power outage. Have a spare key in a lockbox, so emergency responders can access your home if needed. Know your exits. Could you safely get out of your home in under 60 seconds? What's your plan? Being ready doesn't mean living in fear. It means staying independent for as long as possible. Do you have an emergency plan in place? Drop a comment below and share your best tip. But what about dangers that don't come from medical issues? The next tip could stop a disaster before it happens. Stay tuned. Strengthen home security. Don't be an easy target. Living alone can be peaceful, but it also makes you a target. Scammers and burglars often see older adults as easy victims. But here's the truth, you don't have to be vulnerable. Walter has lived alone for years, and he's smart about security. He doesn't take risks, and neither should you. Here's how to protect yourself and your home from potential threats. Step 1. Secure your home. Make burglars think twice. Did you know that most burglars won't even try if they think a house is occupied or well secured? A few simple upgrades can make all the difference. Upgrade your locks. Walter replaced his old locks with reinforced deadbolts. If someone tries to force their way in, they'll have a tough time. Install motion sensor lights. Thieves love the dark. Walter has motion-activated lights around his front door and driveway. If someone sneaks around, they're instantly lit up. Use a video doorbell. Walter installed a smart doorbell with a camera. Now, if someone comes to his door, he can see them without opening it. Pro tip. Even if you don't have a camera, a fake security system sign can still deter criminals. Step 2. Beware of scams, the new threat to seniors. Burglars aren't the only danger. Scammers are everywhere, and they target older adults every single day. Walter almost fell for one. One afternoon, his phone rang. The caller claimed to be from his bank, warning that his account had been compromised. They told him, "We need your account details right away to protect your money." It sounded urgent. It sounded real. But Walter followed one simple rule that saved him. He never gives personal or financial information over the phone. Instead, he hung up and called his bank directly. And guess what? There was no problem with his account. Scammers create panic to pressure seniors into giving away money or information. They might pretend to be the IRS claiming you owe money, a relative saying they need emergency cash, a bank or utility company demanding payment. How to protect yourself. Never trust unexpected calls or emails asking for personal information. Verify by calling the company or person directly. If an offer sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Step 3. Set up a trusted person plan. Sometimes scams happen when we least expect them. That's why Walter has a trusted person plan. If he ever gets a suspicious call, he runs it by his nephew first. If a contractor or repairman comes to his home, he checks their credentials with a neighbor. If he gets an email asking for money, he ignores it until he confirms it's real. Having someone to double-check things can prevent mistakes that cost money and peace of mind. Are you scam-proof? Think about the last time you got an unexpected call or message. Did it sound suspicious? Have you or someone you know ever been targeted by a scam? Drop a comment below and share your experience. And here's the thing. While security is important, there's another major risk that many seniors overlook. The next tip could be the most crucial for staying safe and independent. Stay tuned! Prevent falls, small adjustments, big safety gains. Falls are the #1 reason older adults end up in the emergency room. In fact, every year, millions of seniors suffer serious injuries from falling at home. But here's the good news, most falls can be prevented with a few simple changes. Walter knows this all too well. A year ago he tripped over a loose rug in his living room. One moment he was fine, the next he was on the floor, struggling to get up. Luckily he wasn't seriously hurt, but that scare made him rethink how he could fall-proof his home and his body. Here's what he did and what you can do too. Step 1, make simple home modifications. Your home should feel like a safe place, not a hazard zone. A few minor adjustments can reduce your risk of falling dramatically. Install grab bars. Walter added sturdy grab bars in his bathroom next to the toilet and inside the shower. Slippery floors are one of the biggest dangers, so these bars help him stay steady. Improve lighting. Poor lighting can turn a small step into a big risk. Walter replaced dim bulbs with brighter LED lights, especially in hallways and staircases. Keep floors clutter-free. He made sure his rugs are secured, electrical cords are tucked away, and there's nothing in his walking path. Quick fix. If you use throw rugs, make sure they have non-slip backing or get rid of them completely. They're one of the biggest trip hazards. Step 2, stay active, strong legs, fewer falls. Here's something most people don't think about. Weak legs lead to falls. As we age, our muscles naturally lose strength, but the good news is we can do something about it. Walter decided to take control. Every morning he does 5 minutes of light stretching and balance exercises, chair stands. He sits in a chair and stands up without using his hands. This strengthens his legs, heel-to-toe walking. He walks in a straight line, one foot in front of the other, to improve balance, ankle rolls. He moves his ankles in circles to keep them flexible and prevent stumbles. It's not about doing intense workouts, it's about staying mobile. A few simple exercises each day can keep your legs strong and help prevent dangerous falls. Walter's rule, if you don't use it, you lose it. Step 3, have a fall recovery plan. Even with the best precautions, accidents happen. The key is knowing what to do if you do fall. Keep a phone nearby. Walter always has his phone in his pocket or within reach, so he can call for help if needed. Use a medical alert device. Some falls make it impossible to reach a phone. A simple wearable emergency button can be a lifesaver. Practice how to get up safely. If he falls, Walter knows to stay calm, roll onto his side and slowly get into a seated position before standing up. Pro tip: if you or someone you love is at high risk for falling, consider a fall detection device. It automatically calls for help if it senses a sudden impact. Your turn. Falls are a major concern for seniors, but there are so many ways to stay safe. Do you have any fall-proofing tips? Have you made adjustments to your home or daily routine to prevent falls? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And here's something most people forget. Even with all these precautions, there's still one more critical step for living alone safely. Stay tuned for the final tip. It could be the most important one yet. Stay socially connected. Isolation can be dangerous. Living alone doesn't have to mean being lonely, but for too many seniors, that's exactly what happens. Studies show that loneliness is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing the risk of heart disease, dementia, and even early death. Walter never thought much about this. After his wife passed, he got used to quiet evenings and solo meals. He told himself, "I enjoy my own company. What's the harm?" But over time, something changed. His energy dipped, he wasn't sleeping well, and the days felt longer and emptier. Then one day, everything shifted, all because of one small decision: the hidden dangers of isolation. Social isolation doesn't just affect emotions, it takes a toll on physical health too. Cognitive decline. Lack of social interaction increases the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. Heart health-lonely seniors are at higher risk of heart disease and high blood pressure. Depression and anxiety isolation can make even the strongest person feel lost and disconnected. But here's the good news: connection is the cure. Walter realized this after a simple conversation at the hardware store. He ran into an old friend who invited him to a local woodworking club. At first, Walter hesitated. He hadn't joined a group in years, but something inside told him to give it a try. That decision changed everything. Easy ways to stay socially connected. No matter where you live or how long it's been since you've made new friends, there are always ways to reconnect. Here are a few that worked for Walter and might work for you too. Join a local group. Look for hobby clubs, book groups or senior fitness classes at a nearby community centre. Stay in touch with family and friends. Even a quick phone call or video chat can brighten the day. Get involved in a church or volunteer program. Many seniors find a strong support system in faith-based communities or by giving back. Try online social groups. Virtual meetups help connect seniors with shared interests, from gardening to history discussions. Walter quickly realized that staying social doesn't mean being surrounded by people 24/7. It simply means having someone to talk to, laugh with, and rely on when needed. Make the first move. It's worth it. At first, Walter worried he'd feel out of place. But the moment he stepped into that woodworking club, something clicked. The laughter, the stories, the sense of belonging. He didn't even realize how much he had missed it. Now he has a support system he never expected. If he ever needs a hand, he knows help is just a phone call away. And the best part? His days feel fuller, his mind is sharper, and he looks forward to each morning. Do you have a favorite way to stay connected? Have you found a hobby or group that made a difference? Share your experiences in the comments, because here's the truth. Living alone doesn't have to mean being alone. Taking just one step toward connection could change everything. Walter made simple adjustments: a check-in system, emergency plan, home security upgrades, fall-proofing, and staying socially connected. And because of these choices, he no longer worries about what if. He knows he's prepared. Now it's your turn. Which of these tips will you start using today? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone who needs this information today.